You're watching Lion Wire News. News for students, by students.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lion Wire News. I'm Noah Smith.
And I'm Samantha Brenneman.
We've been teasing it all season and the night finally arrived. Penn State Altoona was greeted with the presence of football quarterback and media sensation Tim Tebow. Let's take a look at what he had to say. A record 18,000-strong crowd came to the Blair County Convention Center to hear the famed quarterback speak. As part of the Penn State Altoona Speaker Series, Tebow spoke to the audience about his collegiate and professional football career and his faith, which he is well known for wearing on his sleeve. He also talked about the Tim Tebow Foundation, which builds hospitals in the Philippines. It was a night that many won't soon forget.
So, Noah, who would you like to see here on campus?
I would like to see Carmen Sandiego. I'm just dying to know where she is.
Back on campus, foods from different countries were served at Cedar Hall to diversify taste buds of students.
Residence halls Oak, Maple, and Cedar held an event called Around the World on April 9th in their lobbies. Each hall represented a different country and served traditional food and drinks. Oak had Ireland with a dancing station and a sandbox. Maple represented Jamaica and had a beading and a history section. And Cedar had Argentina and a tango station. This is Danielle Bender reporting for Lion Wire News.
Wow, that food looked good. Would you eat any of the dishes that were served?
I think I might. I am very hungry right now. Jake Boyd was on hand at the campus to talk to students about his new documentary on Gettysburg.
Recently, at the Michaud Center for Performing Arts, filmmaker and documentarian Jake Boyd stopped by to talk about his new film. Titled The Gettysburg Story, Boyd is using new filmmaking technology to put a spin on the old story of the Battle of Gettysburg.
About born when it came out, same with the Ken Burns series, which is on public television, which was hugely successful, still very popular. And
some of the technology he is using includes motion-controlled time-lapse footage to capture shots of day into the night. Along with that, he's been using drones that are able to film from 5 feet off the ground to 400 feet in the air. Jake plans on releasing this documentary this summer in time for the 150th anniversary of the battle on PBS. This is Kevin Reed, Lion Wire News.
Boyd's documentary will debut this summer on PBS.
If the campus smelled extra funky this week, it's because students took their shoes off for a worthy cause.
On Tuesday, about 70 Penn State Altoona students participated in the One Day Without Shoes event. Students removed their shoes and pledged to walk around barefoot all day in order to raise awareness for Tom's shoes and for children who don't have shoes.
Children, they walk around on different soils and they're prone to a soil-borne disease that attacks their lymphatic system, and most of the children then can lose their leg, but because they don't have the medical treatment there, they usually end up passing away. And also because they don't have shoes, they can't get an education. As most schools, you have to have shoes to attend. So just having a pair of shoes helps the child with their health as well as getting an education. And with Tom's shoes, you can help that.
This is Megan Reiner for Lion Wire News.
So, Noah, would you take part in that cause?
I don't think I would. I'm pretty self-conscious of my feet.
On that note, we'll be right back after these messages.
Overlooking the city of Altoona, the Booker T. Washington Park had lost its luster. With that in mind, Operation Our Town and the Central Blair Recreation and Park Commission, in collaboration with the NAACP, set out to give back to the community.
The court was in bad shape. It needed some new backboards, rims. There was cracks. There was grass growing up onto the court itself.
New additions to the park will include a renovated basketball court, playground for families and friends, fitness stations, and a walking path.
I can't wait till everything is done so I can bring my grandkid to play in the playground.
Kids can use it for, for whatever their imagination brings them.
Members of the community already have noticed a difference.
Stuff for the kid to do to keep him out of trouble.
We teased it on our last show, and now we'll deliver. Here's Penn State's Battle of the Bands.
Sigma Pi held their annual jam session recently, and it was just as rockin' as usual. Staged in Adler's main gymnasium, musical acts ranging from solo performances to full bands put their music on the line to a panel of judges consisting of Greek life and some faculty. Jamie Line of the second place winners Stu and the Bailout Peas sat down after the show and told us his thoughts on the event.
Overall, it was just a really fun experience. All the guys in the band had fun. The guys at Sigma Pi had a really good setup. There was 2 stages, there was quite a few people watching, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. And we were happy to come second, win some money.
First place of this event went to solo artist Alexandra Patton. Leaders of Sigma Pi said that they really enjoy holding this event because of the way it spreads students' music and talents across the campus.
It was just spreading positive message and good music around the campus, and it was fun. It was good.
The winners of the jam session received gift cards of various prices as a token of their placing. Rockin' out, this is Kevin Reed, LionWire.
And when you see me riding away.
We'd like to congratulate LionWire's own Kevin Reed on placing second in the competition. Good job, Kev.
The theater department's hard work all semester finally paid off. Spring Awakening opened to a joyous crowd. Students gathered inside the Michaud Family Center for Performing Arts for opening night of the rock musical Spring Awakening. After the show, cast and crew celebrated their hard work with refreshments. We spoke with students about their thoughts on the performance. Zachary Yoas was intrigued by the twists and turns that occurred in the storyline.
It was all good. It really was. It was like really unexpected, and I never really knew what was going to happen. So, yeah, I was just kind of blown away by the whole thing.
Andrew Sheedy was impressed with the director's approach to the 8-time award-winning musical.
I just think just how different it is from anything from any other show. I just said the choreography, the singing style, the technique was completely different from any other show I've seen, and that's what intrigued me the most.
This is Sam Brenneman reporting for LionWire News. So Noah, did you catch the show?
I did. It was quite spectacular, if I do say so.
Nice.
Something that was more up my alley was the annual drag show. Let's take a look.
Cabin GSA held the 3rd annual drag show on April 6th to celebrate Pride Week. Alpha Sigma Tau served mocktails as 13 queens performed after some slight technical difficulties. These queens are part of Keystone Alliance Gay Life newsletter and are starting a TV show. The first Miss Pittsburgh Public Access TV pageant will premiere in September on Channel 21. This is Danielle Bender reporting for LionWire News.
Students gathered at the Slept Center for some Irish entertainment.
Rock band The Screaming Orphans made their way to the Altoona campus during their international tour. The group is made up of 4 fun, high-spirited sisters from Ireland. Their sound has been compared to the Bangles and the Cranberries with influences of traditional Irish music. This event was sponsored by the Campus Activities Board and free for students to attend. This is Sam Brenneman reporting for LionWire News. Penn State Altoona was set on fire this week because of the performances of the Polynesian Magic Show. LionWire correspondent Zalika Scott has more.
Hi, I'm Zalika from LionWire News, and I'm here with Lee. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys did today?
Sure.
Our group name is Tweeka's Polynesian Island Magic. This is our third or fourth time here performing. We do Polynesian entertainment. We travel mostly along the East Coast, and we do songs and dances from the islands, from Tahiti, Samoa, Fiji, New Zealand, and we travel and dance and kind of share the culture with everybody.
Can you explain to me your costume? Your costume looks really lovely today. Can you explain is there a meaning behind what exactly you're wearing, or is it just part of the culture? What exactly is it?
This is from Tahiti, and it's all part of the culture. The hats that they wear and the shells, obviously. The hippies, because the Tahitians are known for the fast-moving hips. So all of our dances for Tahiti mostly have like we call them hippies on. So when we move our hips, you know.
Thank you so much, Lee, for joining. And I'm Zalika from Lion Wire News.
After the break, CJ Jones will give us a sports update.
100 years, the Hollidaysburg YMCA has been providing opportunities for youth, adults, and families.
I don't know why anybody else goes elsewhere, to tell you the truth, because there's such a unity here.
I've been able to make friends all through the years that I've been here, and I guess that's what creates the passion.
Hey, I'm CJ Jones with Lion Wire Sports. With the sun out and the fields dry, Penn State Altoona's spring sports teams were finally able to play games that a few weeks ago would have been snowed out. Let's take a look at how these teams fared this past week. Penn State Altoona's softball team hosted Mount Aloysius this past week at the Stewart Athletic Field. Senior pitcher Jackie Smith pitched 8 innings, giving up just 3 runs. After 7 scoreless innings of play, Mount Aloysius catcher Kaylee Roop hit a 3-run home run. Altoona did not give up, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th, capped off by right fielder Clarissa Keller's walk-off base hit, bringing their record to 8-3. Not to be outdone, Penn State Altoona's baseball team had some fireworks of their own against rival Pitt Greensburg at the Stewart Athletic Field. After Steven Anderson put Pitt Greensburg on top early on, Altoona turned to pitcher Travis Schaefer in the 5th and 6th innings to calm them down. With help from Schaefer and a towering grand slam by center fielder Ken Turpak, Altoona won a high-scoring affair 12-10, improving their record to 8-15. Penn State Altoona's soccer team is in the midst of their spring season as well. They scrimmaged Hollidaysburg High School at Spring Run Field. Hollidaysburg High School turned out to be no match for Penn State Altoona, as Altoona won 5-0. The freshman duo of Carl Steven and Nick Holland set the tone with their great play. I was able to talk to Nick Holland and ask him what he thought the most important things about spring season were.
It helps us stay in shape, it helps us build team chemistry, and it also helps us get ready and overall progress for next season.
Hopefully these teams can continue their impressive play with tough playoff matchups on deck. Reporting from the Stewart Athletic Field, I'm CJ Jones, Lion Wire Sports. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, CJ. We would like to wish a farewell to our president, Megan Reiner, who has been with Lion Wire since day one. The show would not run as smoothly without her guidance and leadership. We will miss you and wish you luck in whatever the future may hold for you.
We love you. And on that note, this wraps up this season of Lion Wire News. I'm Noah Smith.
And I'm Sam Brenneman. Thanks for watching and have a great summer.
You're watching Lion Wire News, brought to you by the Penn State Altoona Communications Program. Thanks for watching.